Hey, this is Richard Prynne. Welcome to my Logic Pro X tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to be simply getting you started. So I have opened up Logic and I have opened up an empty project. And we have this little window here. You can see software instrument is selected, and under the instrument bit here it says EXS24 sampler. So what this means is when I've got a software instrument, it means that if I have a MIDI keyboard plugged in, I can play that software instrument with my MIDI keyboard. I've got Open Library checked, which means on the left hand side here it will open the sound library associated with that instrument. I just want to have one track created, and click create. So you can see here I've got my instrument track, I've got my channel strip down here, and I have, lo and behold, the sound library for the EXS24. So if I go ahead and play my MIDI keyboard, I should hear something. Beautiful, a lovely sine wave. So there are two ways of changing your sound on the instruments once you've got one loaded up. You can either click up here and open up the sound library, and then you can choose from your factory or the old GarageBand as well. Or you can click down here on your channel strip where it says EXS24 in blue. You can click in the middle where these two little faders are, and that opens up the instrument. And then within the instrument, you can either go down here and click on load up your instrument, or when you go in here, it will open up the factory settings, the factory sounds, etc. Now, I quite like using the library. It increases the workflow. So I'm going to go into factory, I'm going to go into acoustic pianos, and I'm going to load up a classical piano. And what that does is that changes the track name here to a classical piano, changes the icon as well, and changes the track name here to classical piano. And hopefully we get the sound of a piano. It's really straightforward, but that's what we're doing. Getting started, we're loading up a single software instrument. Now, if you want to load up another instrument, hello, I click on this little cross. Okay, so I can load up another. What this does here, if I click on that again, that means adding another channel. So if I hold it, new tracks, so I click on there and I want to load up another software instrument, or I can press this button, which means duplicate the same track. So I've got two classical pianos. I don't want to have two classical pianos, so I'm going to click on this little arrow to the side of EXS24 on channel 2. And I'm going to load up something exciting. How about we load up a tuned percussion? Let's load up a glockenspiel. So there we go, I should get this. Nice. So we have a classical piano, and then by duplicating the track and then going into the instrument library, I changed it to a glockenspiel. Like I said, I could click on this cross here to create another channel. I want another one. Yes, I'm going to still load up the EXS24 sampler. If I wanted to load up another software instrument, I could go down here, and here we go. What a wonderful selection. So let's, just for the sake of learning, open up this vintage clav. Again, open library is checked, just one track coming out of my outputs, and there we go. Now this hasn't been named clav because I haven't chosen a sound. So if I choose classic D6, it would change to classic D6. Let's keep it there. There we go. So I now have classical piano, glockenspiel, and classic D6 clavichord. Nice. There we go. So that's your homework, to open up Logic and start loading up instruments from your sound library.